What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course for our next distance driver video, and today we're looking at a specific 9-speed that counts as a distance driver because a Valkyrie goes so far, and this specific one is Halo 158. Now, I love this disc and it's amazing, but I am a little nervous pulling it out when there's wind. So what I'm considering is possibly getting something a little bit flippier, but max weight, a little bit more stable plastic. So we're looking at our lightweight Valkyrie today, right next to this fundraiser Saint Jude MVP Open Proton Shift. And right next to the Proton Shift, we are looking at the Proton Virus. So we have the Virus and the Shift. The Virus is 9.5 negative 3.51, and I believe the Shift is negative 3.1. So we're going to test all three of these out here today, throw some of the easier shots that I was getting with this, and see if it also works with something a little bit flippier, but a little bit more stable plastic. We're trying it out. Starting off on this short pad for hole number 12, and I'm just gonna throw nice, easy, open field fairway shot, and let's see what we can get with the Virus and the Shift as well. The lighter weight allowed me to just kind of pop it and not really have to worry about adding power. It's still gonna get some good glide. Now, the Virus is pretty flat because it has the over-molding thing that happens with a lot of their 9-speeds where they're just almost board flat, but it's got a flippy rim. So let's see how this handles. Okay, flipped a little bit more than I wanted. Now, let's try the Shift. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in the rim, you can kind of see the little places where that not only do they inject plastic from the middle, they also inject plastic from the sides, which is one of the reasons the MVP tends to have a really, really good quality control. Looking good so far. I like the Shift a little better than the Virus. Let's go pick them all up and keep throwing. We got 3 points for the Shift, 2 points for the Valkyrie, 1 point for the Virus. We're at the long pad for hole number 9. Almost never throw from here, but it's gonna be fun. Let's see if we can do this. It's a tail crosswind coming off of the right side, so hopefully if I keep them on hyzer, it should stay on hyzer theoretically. Oh, that was almost enough hyzer. Now let's try the Valkyrie, see if we can stay in bounds. Yeah, it is still a Valkyrie, so when you do power up on it, it's not that understable. But let's see what it does into a headwind. Yeah. Now for the Virus. Did I do it? I did it! I did it! Okay, that was amazing, and I just did something that seems stupid, I intentionally air bounced it. I threw it nose up because I know that one's flatter, and so it just flips fast. So I just air bounced it to keep it nose up, just slightly nose up, and turns out that was the extra stability it needed. With the craziness of last hole, complete reversal of the points, everybody's tied up at 4, Virus is first. We're going to try to throw the forehand here. Maybe ill-advised, but if you can throw a forehand with this style of disc, you can basically throw a forehand with anything, right? I have too much touch. Let's add a little bit more power. And now for the shift. Oh, that'll be really fun though. That was too much power, but that's a really fun shot that I don't really have in my repertoire right now. Is that throw it on a hyzer and just beam it and it'll stand up and turn. Don't really have that. Valkyrie taking the win here, and then shift, and then Virus. So 765. Let's go through 16 and see if we can control the nose angle of the two flippier discs. So something that I love about this specific slot, and something that I need this slot to do, is that I want a disc that I can just stand still and be able to get a good flight out of that's faster than a mid-range. I can still throw it like a mid-range, but get longer flights than a mid-range. So we're going to do that here. We're going to go stand still up here on the wet, muddy dirt pad. I threw down some gravel so I have at least a place to grab my grip and just throw a couple of standstill mid-range shots. You're not going to be able to do that with a mid-range. All right, now the shift. Yeah. All pretty good distances for standstill. I'm not particularly the best at standstills. That's pretty good for me, especially with a driver. So while the Valkyrie does actually win out in points for this video, it doesn't win out on one thing, and that is shot selection. And so while I can kind of do the same thing with the shift and the Virus that I can do with the Valkyrie, I can also do something with those two discs that I can't do with this disc, because those are both more understable. So if I throw them poorly, they fly like the Valkyrie, and if I throw them correctly, they're going to be amazing. The Valkyrie's leading off of this T-pad. Let's go for max distance rips, and we're not trying to mimic the flight, just trying to go for absolute max distance. That was fun. And now the shift. I'm going to say that went further. And now for the Virus. Almost on top of each other. The Virus and the Valkyrie with the shift getting that extra, because of the shift is so much domier than the other two, it got that extra drift, extra distance. Now it is extra right, but in time I will learn to be able to control that. And I think it's going to do some good things to help me with nose angle and precision in my accuracy. Hopefully you enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all that down below, especially if you have your disc that you think could take the spot of the Virus or the Shift. Make sure to comment all of those down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber-only giveaways. Definitely helps me out as well. And until next time, see you out on the course.